Hello, restorers and explorers, streamers and dreamers. Welcome back to another episode of Tony Restorers and Explorers. We're coming at you here from a cool little median site in between the Fox River. This river is so cool, it splits up and there's all these kind of little inlets that you can go to. So today we're going to clean up one of these little inlets, and right here I thought this would be a good place to start the video, next to this big old tree with these beautiful roots that has seen its better days and will be passing on. Got some really cool mycelium popping out of here, and of course tons of trash. So as we all know, the trash accumulates in our water sources, and that's not good. But that's why we're here to do what little bit we can, guys. Getting out there and living our green revolution, trying to live our best lives and follow our dreams, create our streams and our content in the modern age. Follow your dreams, folks. You just got to do it responsibly. Otherwise, there's not going to be much of a world left to follow dreams in. So I didn't post much this summer due to some issues, as you guys know from previous videos. Very shortly here, my divorce will be finalized, and just gonna have to move on, adapt and overcome. It's a heartbreaking thing, but you know, everything, it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, and everything moves on in time. Everything grows, and just like this tree thrives and then dies. And that also applies to, you know, relationships. Just remember to be kind to each other, guys. Nobody has ownership over anything. I love that mentality, especially when it comes to the planet. We're all sustained by this big, beautiful ball of glory, and we can't let our pride make us think that we don't need to be good stewards of the planet, you know. And in relationships, whether it's a spouse, a girlfriend, a best friend, a boyfriend, a spouse, a husband, a wife, anything, nobody owns anybody, and sometimes you just enjoy each other for the time that you have. You're just willing participants, and when it's time to end it, it's time to end it. And you just gotta kind of wish the best and keep moving on, keep moving forward. Try to create instead of consume, and be a good, kind person. And that's gonna be my goal here. So now that all that moving and drama and separation is completed here, I'll have much more time to get back out here and do the streams, get some cleaning done. Oh no, this poor Fox River. There's a ton of these cool clams here, which is interesting. Little clam shells. It looks like a piece of metal. What is this? Oh no, it's some sort of plastic piece, probably for a car. Yeah, you guys would be shocked how many like car part pieces you find when you're out here. Some sort of hairbrush. Yeah, I found a spot way back there that's really, really bad. So we'll get that on the way back. I could see a cone right there. Just look, I don't know if you guys can see with the camera, but this is the part of the river that's kind of diverted off, so it's completely still. And as you can see, you have a lot of the offshoots from the neighborhoods and the businesses that dump right into it for rainfall. And so these are the places, these are the gold mines for trash. If you think trash is gold, these are the spots you kind of want to come check out to fill up your bags. You know what I mean? Get your bags. Beautiful day in Chicagoland here. Early September. The transition from summer to fall has begun. As you can see, some of these big old beautiful trees starting to take their turn. Feels a little early, but that's because our planet's responding to soon to be like 8 billion human beings, adjusting to our addictions. I have gotten really into fishing this summer, which I've never really been a huge fisherman, but it really made me realize how much damage is going on in our water sources. You know, it's one thing to pick up the trash on the side of a highway or, you know, in a park, but this is where you just find the endless amount of it, and God only knows what's buried underneath the water. We gotta protect our wildlife, folks. Protect ourselves. These microplastics are everywhere and they're killing us. They're getting everybody horribly sick. First time in decades, our average age is going down. I think we can attribute that to many things, but I think this microplastic problem is a big thing. It's getting into our guts, into all of our organs. I've watched so many videos recently of so many documentaries where it's just so sad and scary. Some of these birds, they can't tell the difference in our oceans, and they see a shiny piece of plastic, think it's a fish, and they dive in, and by the time they're not even mature adults, their entire body and stomach cavity is filled with plastic. And then these scientists and activists and conservationists go out there and cut them open, and it's wild. It's wild that we're just continually not addressing the problem. It takes a lot more than plastic straw initiatives. Corporations are not going to help us on this, guys. They are not. So we've got to try to manage it ourselves best we can. We talk about it all the time. We're not anti-plastic here 100% because it does save lives, and it has, you know, you create a little piece like this that can become a valve in your heart and keep you living for 15 more years. So it's got its pros, but the single-use stuff and all kinds of other petroleum-based products are just not necessary. We gotta get better, and I think we will. I have faith. I'm not a doomer like most folks about the situation who are on this side of the aisle and care about stewardship. I think that there is still hope. The planet's very resilient, but we are not. The insects are not. The plant life is not. Well, the plant life a little more so than anything else in the mycelium, but mammals, insects, reptiles, we're all a lot more susceptible to environmental changes that are negatively impacting our health. It's in every supply chain and whatnot, and gotta be smarter, guys. But look, I mean, nature continues to thrive. See beautiful flowers everywhere, tall grasses. One of these days, before the end of fall here, we're gonna get back on the kayak and do another kayak stream, because I really enjoyed that. I still have to make my modifications to the kayak to make it a little more conducive for picking up trash. But I think I might do that this weekend, so that way this next weekend or the upcoming weekend I can get out here and get back in the water. It's just I don't know, is it fun and relaxing, good exercise for me, but it allows you to get into some more difficult areas where the trash is just resting in the water helplessly. Yeah, the fishermen got to do better too. I find a lot of fishing supplies that get left out here, and let's just a little clamshell. That's one thing that as fishermen you're supposed to be good stewards. So don't leave all your junk out when you're getting your game on, you get your fish on. Guess we can keep going down this way here. It's a little tight. We'll make it work. Hey, this looks like a nice fishing spot here. Here's a good log. Whenever you find a good log, you find some trash. There's a little piece of styrofoam in there. Thank you guys so much for watching and caring a little bit more. Oops. We gotta do better. That's why I always say, unsubscribe. Do not like. The success of the channel is not important to me. As long as a small portion of the viewers who watch this stuff start to take initiative and get more involved, that's all that matters to me. We need to get out, get more sun. We need to focus on keeping our planet cleaner. Yeah, see, I think this is some plastic. Has a fishing pole that busts up, some fiberglass. You see a lot of that because some of the cheaper fishing poles aren't very well made and they break all the time. And I know there's not a lot you can do about that as a fisherman. So there's nothing better than getting out here though, guys. Getting some exercise, doing our best. I love nature, that's just me. I know a lot of people aren't. We're nature heads. But I love getting out here and doing this. Go check out Friends of the Fox River. I've been actively getting involved with them. They do a lot of what I do here, and been doing it for a long time. Guy whose name's who runs it is Gary. Yeah, check him out, guys. He's awesome. He puts together big cleanup operations, and he's got a really cool gig going, and he really cares about the planet. He really cares about his community. He really cares about him and his family who run it. They do great work. So go check out his website. Like I said, I'm going to link that up in the description. Friends of the Fox River. If you live in the area, maybe check out an event of his. Go help participate in the cleanup. And do what you can. If you got kids too, it's a great way to start priming your kids really young to respect their surroundings, respect their elders. Cleanliness is, like they say, next to godliness. I don't necessarily agree with a bunch of cheesy quotes. Action speaks a little bit louder than words. But it's still important to come up with cool, clever little sayings like that to help us motivated when we're not feeling it. Yes, and especially now that everything's fully grown, it's going to get more and more difficult to find the trash soon when all of these start dropping their leaves. So if we could do what we can now before that happens. I've just, after doing this for a couple of years, I've noticed that that's the most difficult time, and until midwinter, when some of that decomposes or is moved around, that's the only time it starts to get easier to see, physically see the trash. It only takes one season for so much of it to get buried in underneath the ground. Oh no, the smokers. -1 for the smokers. Come on, guys. I should probably grab this whole broken bin here. Somebody brings out a whole tote for, I think, like a full-on fishing day with gear, and then it breaks, and then they leave it. Like, what is this? This is a scope. This is a clip-on scope for like some bow fishing or something. Come on, fisherman. You can do better than that. Yeah, I will grab these and walk them out. Leave them right here for now until I can come back. Walk down this side a little bit. There's a fisherman now, doing his thing. So much cool wildlife. Yeah, those bottles, they fill up with water and they get nasty. They get real nasty. Look at all these cool little lily pads. How pretty. What a pretty little spot. Look at our little moth friend. I've seen so many cool moths this season. So many cool ones. Tons of cool moths. How you doing? Absolutely. Oh, this is a cool, beautiful tree here. Oh. I don't know if you guys can tell what kind of tree this is by its leaves. But it's got some pretty intense big leaves and interesting branches. Very cool branches, actually. I'm digging them. I also love seeing a tree. I'm no educated arborist, but I'm trying to get myself more knowledge in the field. But I love when they split like this into two. It's almost like two trees in one. It's like a little Siamese tree. I'm gonna have to, when I get home and I start uploading this, I'm gonna have to take a look and see. I'll clip this and put it into one of my couple of apps that helps me identify what's what. We'll find out what this tree is here. Oh yeah, look at all that in there. Hidden away by the debris. Hidden away underneath the debris. And the roots. Oh no, come on mosquitoes, leave me be. I'm out here for your sake too, you know. Look at the little berries. Wonder if they're edible. Probably not. We're actually not gonna go any further there. That looks really muddy. Really, really muddy. cool tree that is. This one here, I know this one right off the rip. That's silverleaf maple, and dear Lord, she's big and beautiful. Look at the size of her. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but damn, she's gorgeous. Look at that trunk. That's got to be a 6-foot diameter trunk. If I were to lay out flat next to that, I bet I'd be that thing's as wide as I am tall. Look at this thing. A monster. A big, beautiful monster. Yep. When you're out here, guys, too, when you're done, make sure you're checking yourself for ticks. Those nasty little parasites. I love bugs. Just not those bugs. The blood-sucking bugs are no friend of mine. That's a rock. There's no plastic. No friend of mine indeed. I've had to pull a couple off me out here on these little endeavors, so make sure that you guys check yourselves. Lyme disease is nothing to play around with. So make sure you're being safe. But I guess we'll call the video there. I'm gonna grab these 2 big pieces and grab that pile that I passed on the way. So again, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're living that green revolution. I promise we'll have a ton more cleanup videos, and we'll get more active on this channel real soon. Thanks. Bye.